Good evening. At this time, I'd like to call the January 17th, 2012 meeting of the Yukon City Council to order. If you'd rise for the invocation by Councilman Bradway and remain standing for the flag salute.
Almighty God, we ask your blessing on us this evening as we come together as a council. May all of our actions and votes find favor in your eyes for the benefit of our city and our town. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Alberts.
Here.
Gerba.
Here.
Bradway.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Maxey.
Tonight, I believe we have one presentation. It is for the National Mentoring Month, and thank you, Mentoring Day. Christine Sorrells, are you here this evening? Okay. If you'll meet me around front.
It's right there.
Thank you.
Read the proclamation, whereas every day mentors help young Americans face the challenges of growing into adulthood by setting a positive example and sharing their time, knowledge, and experience. Mentors play an essential role in preparing our nation's youth for a bright future, and whereas during the National Mentoring Month, we celebrate the contributions of all those who cultivate a supportive environment for the next generation, and we recommend to expanding membership opportunities across our country. And whereas by leading a hand in serving as a mentor, countless individuals have empowered young Americans with the confidence, inspiration, and tools to lead a rich and fulfilling lives. And whereas I can't read my own notes now, can I? Highlight of the National Mentoring Month 2012, Thank You Mentor Day, will be celebrated January the 26th. That day, many Americans will reach out and thank or honor those individuals who encourage and guide them and had a lasting positive impact on their lives. I had a hard time. You haven't been here to see this before, but I do this every time. It's a special treat.
Thank you.
Okay, now therefore I, John Alberts, Mayor of the City of Yukon, in accordance with the designation of the Presidents of the United States, do proclaim January 12th to be National Mentoring Month and January the 26th, 2012, Thank You Mentoring Day in the City of Yukon, under my hand, John Alberts and Doug Shiver, City Clerk. Thank you, ma'am, for coming, and will you tell us a little about your program?
Sure. This is the 13th year for the mentoring program. We call it the Miller Mentors in Yukon Public Schools. And we would like to encourage everyone to be a mentor. Everyone along the way has had a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, even as old as we all are, we still need mentors. Everyone needs a mentor in their life. So please pass it on. We would like to encourage you to be a mentor. It only takes 30 to 45 minutes once a week with one child that you're matched one-on-one with throughout the school year. We have several children that are on a waiting list for a mentor. Currently, we have about 175 mentors in Yukon Public Schools, and we could use 3 times that many.
Wow. Thank you very much. And mentors, I know I've had many in my lives. I know we all have, and that's a very important responsibility. Thank you so much for a wonderful program.
Weren't you in the same class?
I was a class president. I was a class president, but I wasn't president of the reading club. I'll promise you that. Just for you all that don't know, I have adult dyslexia. I mean, it is frightening every night when I stand up there and read. But I'm never going to quit. It may be painful for you all, but if you all will suffer through it, I'm committed to helping our community in spite of how embarrassing it is from time to time. That's how I earn my pay right there.
Need to delegate.
I think I will next time, Mr. Sigler.
We're not bothered by it, John. We expect it.
That's right. Well, and I followed up with an education at Oklahoma State. I'm sorry I slowed this down. Now is my favorite time of the meeting, though. It's the visitors part of the meeting. That's where an opportunity for people to address the council about a non-agenda item. That's this time in the agenda. If anyone's here tonight that wants to address the council about a non-agenda item, please come forward, and we'll be glad to talk with you. Seeing none, at this time we'll move forward. We'll recess as the Yukon City Council and reconvene as the Yukon Municipal Authority. Item 1A is the YMA consent docket. This item is placed on the agenda so the Yukon Municipal Authority, by unanimous consent, can designate those routine items that wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not meet with the approval of all authority members, that item will be heard in a regular order. The city manager recommends a motion to approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting of January the 3rd, 2012, and B, the payment of material claims in the amount of $283,862.45. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Discussion? Roll call.
Alberts,
Yes.
Bradway,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Item 2A is consider approving an expenditure of funds in the amount of $16,934.33 for the purchase of bedroom furniture to be installed at the new Yukon Fire Station as recommended by the Fire Chief to be paid from the Yukon Municipal Authority Revenue Bond Construction Fund and waiving competitive bidding. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
these are bunks that have been in bedroom furniture are items that have been built by the prison system. And will it also be installed by them?
Now
They come and provide most of the installation service, including the assembly of the furniture on site.
Okay, well, it's their product, they normally do.
Right.
And I want to be sure that was an instance that that would still be the same case. And they'll provide their own transportation, security, what have you.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
All right,
Yes.
thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Gerba,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alberts,
Yes.
Bradway.
Yes.
The next item is 3A, consider approving an expenditure of funds in the amount of $30,246.92 for the purchase of living area furniture to be installed at the new Yukon Fire Station as recommended by the Fire Chief to be paid from the Municipal Authority Revenue Bonds Construction Fund and waiving competitive bidding. But I understand that we have an error in the number, that it should be amended to 5,600 even.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to approve that, subject to that change.
Okay, an amended motion at 5,600?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, question.
Yes, sir.
The 5,600 is still part of the money that we have financed on that through the original 5.2 million. This is not an addition to, this is simply money that we're spending on a progressive estimate.
This is part of the original budget,
Right, okay.
not part of the contract.
Just want to make that clear.
You betcha.
All right, thank you.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Smith,
Yes.
Alberts,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Bradway.
Yes.
At this time, we'll adjourn as YMA and reconvene as the Yukon City Council. Item 1 is the consent docket. This item is placed on the agenda so the Yukon City Council, by unanimous consent, can designate those routine items that wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not meet with the approval of all council members, that item will be heard in regular order. The city manager recommends a motion that will approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting of January the 3rd, 2011, B, the payments of material claims in the amount of $223,761.71, and C, setting the next date for the regular council meeting for February the 7th, 2012, 7 p.m. in the council chambers of the Centennial Building, 12 South 5th Street. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
How about
Second.
Thank you. And any discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Alberts,
Yes.
Bradway,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Gerba.
Yes.
Next item is item 2. That'd be the reports of boards, commissions, or city officials.
None this evening, Mayor.
There, I do have a ethics policy I wanted to hand out. You had asked me a meeting or two ago to prepare a policy, an ethics policy, and I've got that to hand out to you today. There's 2 different policies. If you'll take one and pass it on, just for your consideration, maybe discussion next meeting.
Mr. Sigler, there,
There are two different
individuals?
versions. One of them, I just didn't put a signature line on.
okay.
They're two separate policies, identical except for the last paragraph.
And Mr. Smith, would you like to see it on the agenda for the council discussion next?
Yes, so we need one more discussion. I think I actually had the privilege of reading through this, and I'm very happy with the content of the Code of Ethics, as long as it does contain that one change at the bottom, the compliance and enforcement. But I believe that's something that we could discuss at the next meeting and then possibly get prepared for vote in the following meeting.
Okay. Any other reports?
None this evening.
City Manager's report.
Yes, I would. We have instituted over the last several months a increase in the number of ways, the manners in which people can pay their utility bills and other bills owed to the city. I wanted to give you just a brief update on those this evening. We began the online bill payment on December the 21st of last year. That was the first day. Since that time, we have generated, at that time we did just over 140 bill payments between December the 21st and the end of the year on the 31st, 144. So far, through today, on online bill payments, we have done in excess of 350 of those, so it's increasing. And to give you some kind of an idea, we have collected $28,824.32 in bills owed to the city through our online bill pay option. In addition to that, as you know, we have automatic debit. If that's the way you go, that's the one I use. We have electronic billing, where there is no paper sent to your home. It is just electronically passed on to you. And then if you want any of the inserts that appear in the city bill from time to time, we're happy to forward those on to you electronically as well. That does not take the place of, by far, our largest way of bills being paid in this city, and believe it or not, it's the drive-in window. The old drive-in window is still the largest collector of bills owed to the city, including those that are walk-in bill pays. We get a lot by mail, not to discount regular old U.S. mail, but of the live bill payment, the drive-in window is busy, and you can always tell when the 10th and the 15th are there because you have trouble getting pulled up in the driveway for the drive-in. But I did think you'd find that interesting on the different ways that we are now collecting bills and allowing the citizens to pay their bills to the city.
Hey, Kristen, I have a quick question. I'm talking about maybe cost savings long-term. If we got to say half the citizens use electronic, would the savings to the city be substantial?
It's amazing how much we would save if we did not publish a bill. Mm-hmm. And for every one we save, because from the time, it's not only the data entry to get the bill generated, but we absolutely publish that bill in-house, and it takes 2 days, sometimes 3, just to get them printed, get them folded, get them put into the envelopes, get them mailed out. Sure. That doesn't even count paper costs, ink costs, any of those kind of costs. So we would save a lot of money the more that we go to electronic billing.
Well, the reason I kind of asked too is maybe that's just another reason for to raise the point is that for citizens that want to save the money, a little bit of money for the city, that's a great way to do it too, and it's a heck of a lot easier than having it either drop by City Hall or basically licking a stamp, putting it in your own envelope and sending it back.
Fuel, all that kind of stuff, you betcha.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you thought or considered that in the future, it'll be such a money saver for the city and so convenient for the city and so easy for the city that you'll come up with a motion to make it mandatory for all the citizens to pay that way?
Well, while it would save a lot of money, I'm not sure that we could get that one
because not everybody has access to electronic messaging.
That's true, and it's a matter of personal freedom and personal choice.
That's right.
And you can offer people the opportunity to take part, but you can't make them.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is that our library, under Sarah's direction, continues to make great progress in providing not only literature and programs for our city, but also has moved into some new areas. We've talked about ebooks, which, by the way, we bought 7,200 volumes for ebooks last month. 7,200. Every one of them is checked out today. Every one of them. And we have at least a 7.5 day waiting period for any book that you want to get.
Wow.
We're starting this morning, in fact, at 10 o'clock, we started our first class on how to use ebooks with whatever tablet device that you have. I've used it. I would encourage everybody to become familiar with it. If it is available to you, please check into it. I think you'll find it to be really a great deal. Also, Sarah has continued to develop new programs in order to reach multiple segments of our population. And step by step, we talked about the one-stop source for answers on video animations, close-up photos, wiring diagram, on and on and on. If you are, or particularly if you are not, a patron of the library, I would encourage those that are watching, those that are listening, those that will hear about this, to go to our library, call our library, go online and visit our library, and see some of the amazing things that are being done at the Mabel Fry Library. It's really well done, Sarah. Congratulations, you're to be commended. Mayor, with that.
Next item is new business. No new business tonight? No new business. Mr. Smith, council discussion.
I have nothing this evening, thank you.
Mr. Bradway.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just one item. One of my constituents has been emailing me, and with the change in addresses of Yukon Parkway, it seems to be causing her some problems on getting the addresses straight. Mitch, you're here this evening. Do you have anything to add to that, of what problems we're having on Yukon Parkway as opposed to Yukon Mustang Road and the numbering system?
I think the item you're talking about is, I think, Google Earth or something. They can't find her by that.
It's Googler, and it's Brown and Mac and the
Yeah.
postal authorities.
Well,
it seems to be everybody that's in charge of delivering messaging.
The post office was involved in the address changes with us. They're the one that was responsible for sending the letters out. Now, Google Earth, it takes it 6 to 8 months or longer to make that change. And it's kind of hard to contact somebody with them to ask them to change the addresses. But they get their information from ACOG, is my understanding, from the 911 system for street names and street changes and so forth.
Okay, so this is just a matter of time. It has to work its way through the system.
It has to work its way through.
Have we been getting any more requests or questions? Has there been a deluge of it, or?
The only one I know of is the one that you've contacted us about.
Okay, it just takes time.
Yes, the Google Earth will.
The city responsibility authority in the line of what they're going to do.
The post office has it correct. I think UPS is the one you were talking about.
Yes.
And what they were doing was using Google Earth to find it, is the understanding I had. And when you use Google Earth, you go there and it's not there yet.
Okay.
It just takes it time to work through the system.
But the city has no jurisdiction or authority in this matter.
To my understanding, with UPS or Google Earth, no, we don't.
Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate your time.
Mr. Gerber.
I've only got one thing, just kind of a reminder for any of the citizens who want to get involved in the Relight the Mill project. There's a bunch of concerned citizens that are really committed to kind of sprucing up Yukon by relighting the mill and getting some LEDs up on there. They're having a meeting tomorrow at 11:30 inside the Yukon Public Schools Administration Office on 600 Maple. So anybody who's interested in getting involved in that, I'm sure they could use all the help they can get. So
What time's that, Nick?
11:30. That's all I had. Thanks.
Okay.
John didn't call you.
I have a couple things. I wasn't here at the last meeting. I was in Phoenix. Watched an exciting football game for my Cowboys. But I did want to say thank you very much for the park. It was a great experience for the park, and living and backing up to it, we hear the little whistle blow and we see the lights, and it's a really nice experience for us. So thank you so much for everyone that was a part of that. I know a lot of city employees have a lot to do with that. It was a great experience. I would have one suggestion, Grayson, or who, the area where across from Shedeck where the kids play, is there a way that we can make that a priority to get that cleaned out first and get that opened? Because being an old dad with a little kid, I was at the park last weekend, and all the people were having to park across in Shedeck and walk across the street.
Because there was no room to
Yeah.
park for all the Christmas
Yeah,
decorations.
well,
still in.
it's still barricaded off, and they can't pull in
We
there.
can
so-
put that down. You know, we have a meeting at the end. In fact, we had the meeting last week. It's called the Christmas Wrap-Up Meeting, where we go over suggestions and we add those to what we're going to do for next year. So I'll
Yeah, it's just-
make sure that that is in there.
An odd deal, but, this year it's been nice weather, so a lot of people were at the park the other day playing. Which reminds me, Sarah, it's time for us to get out and start moving around again. It's great to know you have all those library books, but I'm concerned about your heart and being here for a long time to continue. I'm going to start training, and I'm going to talk with Conrad about maybe writing a little article for the paper, training to run in the marathon, and I'd like you to join me. I'm just going to run half of it. I'm not going to run the whole thing, but we need to continue to have Yukon be more healthy and be more active and expand our minds and our bodies, et cetera. I also want to, Mr. Opitz is here tonight. Congratulations, Mr. Opitz, on your future here with us. That's exciting for us that you would throw your hat in the ring, and congratulations. Mr. Smith is here tonight, and Mr. McCarron, I know both of them. Congratulations on trying, and I look forward to, may the best man win, and I'll leave that up to the two of you. I'll decide who that is. So good luck for both of you, and I'm excited to see we have great people that are willing to continue our great city going forward. Thank you very much. Next item is the item 6, and that's consider a motion to recess as Yukon City Council and convene into executive session for confidential communication between council and the city attorney concerning pending claims as provided for in Title 25 OS 2003 Section 307B4. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll wait till discussion. Go ahead.
Motion?
Yeah, motion.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Smith?
Yes, I think it would be appropriate, and I believe it's required in order for our city manager to attend that executive session along with us, that would need to be part of the motion, wouldn't it?
I thought
Not
he just has to be,
necessarily.
he has to be invited, so we were going,
Right.
Okay.
so you'd like to invite him to come along with us?
Yes.
All right. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Bradway,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes. Mr. Grayson, would you join the council and chambers with us?
Thank you.